Welcome to my channel. Hope you like my video and appreciate it.
It is regrettable, but sooner or later each of us will leave this world. Over the years, a person comes to terms with the inevitability of death, but two key questions never cease to disturb him. When will it happen? And most importantly, how? No one knows for sure how he will die, but there are certain assumptions about it. People who are into esotericism have probably heard that our inevitable demise should be very similar to death in a previous life. Therefore, if you believe in the transmigration of souls and wish to know what your end will be, read how you died in a past life according to your Zodiac sign. Probably, something similar fate is preparing you in this time. Aries. Aries is a very impulsive sign, which means that he most likely ended his past life by throwing himself headlong into another adventure. Given that the personalities of this sign are passionate lovers, there is a high probability that they met their death as a result of a crime committed against the background of burning passion. Flashes of jealousy or aggression blinds the mind of Mars wards, and in such a state these people, without thinking, could go to desperate steps, and in the end was punished for it. More prudence and sensible actions. This is your chance to live longer and die less sadly. Taurus. Venus-ruled personalities are renowned for their industriousness. They are true workaholics who have labored all their lives, not sparing themselves at all. Therefore, their way on Earth, Taurus, most likely, finished on the labor field, dying from overwork or disease caused by lack of respite. And in general, many Taurus in the past life successfully lived to old age and died of old age because they tried to avoid extremes. You also have every chance to die of old age. The main thing is not to forget about rest and try to eat moderately. Gemini. With their sharp tongue, Gemini have made many enemies in their lives, and therefore most likely, their past life, these personalities ended after an insidious blow of one of the foes. In addition, the personalities ruled by Mercury, at all times characterized by adventurism, and therefore could find their demise in war as part of the conquerors or colonizers, or even in the brothel, among gangsters and the same adventurers of different stripes. If you want to live longer, try to keep your mouth shut and measure your possibilities, not agreeing to hopeless ventures. Cancer. In both this and past lives, Cancers were most likely involved in caring for and rescuing people. Death could catch up with them in the water, while rescuing a drowning man or in a blazing house from which they carried suffocating people out. These people at all times are willing to sacrifice themselves if by doing so they can save someone's life. In addition, Cancer could die because of banal naivety, and all because he often took what he heard for the truth, falling into the trap. By Tulodger's advice, to live to deep years, measure your strength before rushing to the aid of others. Also, stop blindly trusting those around you. Leo. Lions are bright personalities, which means that in a past life they may have died heroically while carrying out an important mission. Or maybe they were killed for the truth, defending not only their position but also the happiness of people living near the lions. In any case, it was difficult for such personalities to live to old age because of their irascibility and sharp tongue. But you can rest assured, the death of a lion in a past life was a resonant event that stirred the minds of many people. Astrologer's tip. There is no point in advising lions on anything. These individuals go their own way and live according to their own code of honor, which means that only the universe knows how much they are measured and where the lions will find their end. Virgo. In the past life, the personalities of the sign of Virgo constantly strive to reach incredible heights to amaze others and get their share of respect and fame. Therefore, most likely, they never live to old age, dying climbing to the top of the mountain or trying to swim across the ocean alone. In addition, the divas have an overdeveloped sense of competition. With a high degree of probability they could fall at the hands of a stronger and more agile rival with whom they entered into mortal combat. To live as long as possible, your mind should prevail over your emotions. And you should also remember that your main rival is yourself. So stop competing with those around you. Libra. Libra personalities are peculiar, which at all times considered themselves smarter than others. In the past life, the wards of Venus skillfully avoided conflicts and dangerous situations, which certainly helped them to live longer than their peers. However, the reluctance of Libra to visit doctors and confidence that they are able to help themselves played a cruel joke on them. Probably, the wards of Venus died of the disease with which they did not turn to specialists. But astrologers advise me, do not consider yourself smarter than others. Taking care of your own health, coupled with a lack of arrogance, will help you live longer and meet a happy old age. Scorpio. It is very likely that Scorpios in a past life engaged in dark deeds and alarmed otherworldly forces, which eventually punished them for such carelessness. Also, one cannot ignore the obnoxious nature of Scorpio, who is always looking for conflict, as if teasing death. It is quite possible that the insolence and impudence of the ward of Mars was punished by the person whom Scorpio, without thinking about the consequences, insulted or humiliated. The length of your life depends not so much on your health, but on your attitude to the people around you. Be kinder and life will smile on you for a long time. Sagittarius. Restless Sagittarius in the past life most likely never saw old age. He was lost in foreign lands, discovering new, undiscovered countries and encountering cultures unknown to him. However, there is another, no less romantic ending. Many Sagittarians, having an adventurous character, ended their lives in prison cells or were killed while committing a crime. Sagittarius needs to realize that everything in life must be paid for. With this understanding and live easier, and you can live significantly longer. Capricorn. Capricorns are hoarders, and therefore in the past incarnation of this cheapskate could easily kill impure people who got wind of Capricorn's wealth. If the person ruled by Saturn did not fall into the clutches of bandits, they could quietly live to old age and die of boredom. Just in old age with a stodgy and arrogant Capricorn is incredibly difficult to get along with. Astrologer's tip. By setting a goal to help people and be more friendly with them, you'll add at least 10 years to your life. Aquarius. A rebel to the bone, Aquarius, in a past life, most likely died on the barricades in full confidence that he fights for the right cause and speaks for exactly all the people. It is also possible that the ward of Uranus ruined the banal carelessness, because Aquarians have never taken care of themselves and could easily catch a fatal disease in the next trip or in the process of vagrancy. Taking care of yourself is a guarantee that you will live a happy and disease-free life. And for a long time, you will please your family and friends with your presence. Pisces. Depressive representatives of the sign of Pisces in the past life may well have imposed on themselves because of undivided love or for another offensive reason. Although there is a possibility that the life of the wards of Neptune could be cut short by mystical circumstances, because Pisces believe in magic and spend a lot of time studying nigger rituals. Finally, Pisces could simply become victims of violence, because their depressive nature attracts aggressive personalities. Learn to enjoy life and believe more in your own strength. Positivity will not only add to your joy of life, but will also make it last longer.